Hello, hello. Thank you for coming, for joining us today. Welcome to the new immigration fees. What do we know? What do we need to know about this? And this is the topic for today. This episode will be recorded and shared later today on YouTube, where with closed captions will be available. Additional resources in other languages will also be shared later. My name is Pablo Blanc. I am the Director of Immigrant Integration at CASA, a member organization of MPNA. I have been engaged with naturalization programs for over 10 years. This webinar will be focused on the new USCIS fee schedule changes. Indeed, on January 23rd, 2024, a few weeks ago, USCIS announced the revised fee schedule and changes to requirement for certain immigration benefits requests. The final rule goes into effect on April 1st, 2024. Filing fees for some processes will be lower if people apply before April, but others will be higher if people apply after April 1st. So we need to know exactly what is the best advice for our clients. So today we have two wonderful experts to talk about this and to discuss the changes. And we will be happy to answer questions if you posted at the end of this presentation. Today we have Naribel Chardon, who was admitted to the Puerto Rico bar in 2002 after graduating magna cum laude from the Pontifical Catholic University of Puerto Rico. Her bachelor is in labor relations, and for many years she focused her practice in litigation in labor and employment law. In 2015, she made Hawaii her home, and there she experienced immigration law for the first time. She joined the legal clinic last year, and now she leads the legal team, looking forward to continue providing services to the community with Aloha. Neribel, what changes the fee schedule included? And welcome to the today.
Thank you so much. Aloha, everybody. Hola a todo el mundo. I am Neribel Chardon, and I am so honored to be here presenting for you today. Yes, let's talk about the final fee rule that it is going to be effective April 1st, 2024. So not yet, just in a bit, April 1st, 2024. And there is a chart that it is very useful. You can find it. We will share the link later on, but you can find it at www.uscis.gov/forms/filing fee -fees. And there you will see a very comprehensive chart about how the fees have changed. But we're going to give you in a nutshell the most used ones. So let's begin with so as Pablo said, some went up, some went down. However, we're going to give you some tips regarding how to take advantage of those that went down. And basically, it is for you to file online. So for that, you need to create an online account, but we will go over that in short. So one of the filing fees that change, it's the application to replace the permanent resident card, meaning the green card, that is the I-90. And if you file it online, then you will see that there is a discount. So it went down $40. Another thing is that filing fees will go down if including the biometrics. Usually, you know that the biometrics was another $85. However, if you're going to include that with your application, then you'll notice that what you end up paying is going to be a little bit less. Then we have the I-130, which is the petition for alien relative. And again, online filing, that one went up for $90. And then we have the other popular one, which is an I-129, which is the petition for alien fiancé. And that also went up for $120 and $40. That's the amount that went up. And another popular one, it is the I-131, which is the application for travel document. That one went up for $55. And if you do it with biometrics, then the filing fee is going to be a little bit different. Some of the applications, for example, what it's called the VAWA, which is the petition for American widower or special immigrant, also went up for $80. The application to register permanent resident or adjust status, that one went up $300. However, usually when we apply for adjustment of status, it is a bundle of different applications, which includes the authorization, the work permit. And if you file that, you will see, and I will discuss that a little bit later, you'll see that there is a discount for including the work permit. Also, another one that went down, it's the application to extend or change the non-immigrant status. That is the I-539. That one went down $35. And another one that went down is the application for employment authorization. Again, online filing with biometrics went down $25. The application for naturalization, and this is something that Angie's going to cover definitely more in depth later on, that went up for $75. And the application, another popular one, it's the application for replacement of naturalization and citizenship document. Again, online filing, it's going to be went down $50. Again, for a very comprehensive chart of the rates that went, the fees that went up and the ones that went down, you can have it. You get, well, here is a summary. However, if you want to see all the different forms of applications online or with biometrics, without biometrics, you can definitely go online and check that out. So as we were talking, one of the tips to try to save some money is to file online. However, I need to say certain things about the online filing. There are some technicalities, of course, you need to deal with technology, but let me start with that not all the applications can be filed online. And you will see on the USCIS website those applications that can be filed online. But it's good to create an online account because that way you don't have to go to the post office. So you not only be able to file it online from the comfort of your house or library or a place that you can use the computer, but also you will be receiving the notifications on your computer. So that way it is definitely more updated and it's going to be accurate, and you will have all the notifications. Also, you will have your applications all the time available, and you can add documents. Like, for example, if you file an application and later on you need to update some documents, for example, for the adjustment of status to prove the bona fide of the marriage, then you just upload some financial documents or any certifications. So you can do it from there. You don't need to pay additional for the posting. So for the online account, again, the instructions are very thorough there on the website, but as a general rule, you need to, not as a general rule, as a requisite, you need to have an email account. So before trying to create an online account with USCIS, you need to create, if you don't already have it, an email account. And then from there, you'll receive the instructions. And important, don't share your account with anybody. And the account will only be for you. So it will have your information, not anybody else's. So don't share your credentials. So after you create your email account, you start creating the USCIS account, and then you will click on sign up, and USCIS will send you a confirmation message to the email address that you provided. So that way you need to click on the link that is on there, and that will redirect you to the USCIS website where you are going to finish creating your USCIS account. Then, of course, just like any other website, you need to accept the terms and conditions, and then you will create a password. And on the website, you'll see the instructions for creating the password, because it has some requisites, capital letters and certain characters. After that, you need to create some password questions. Just in any case you lose your password and you need to reset it, you need to answer some questions. After you say that, you can just finish the process and you can start filing online. I know dealing with technology, dealing with websites, it's sometimes difficult. So I know we are completely aware that this may be a challenge for some of us because we don't have computers or we're not computer literate. So this is the best time for you to find help, not only with your applications per se, but also just creating the online account. That way you will save some money, and then you will be able to have the information right then and there. No need to go to the post office. And then I wanted also to mention certain things about the applications that you can file online. Okay? So they go from the very simple one, change of address. You know that you need to keep USCIS informed at all times of any change of address. And then Freedom of Information request, the FOIA requests. If you want to have your files with the government and they are available, you can put a FOIA request there. Also the I-90, meaning the replacement for the green card, it's also something that you can do online. The I-130, the I-131, the I-1539, which is the extend or change non-immigrant status. Asylum, you can also file it online. Also the work permit, TPS, DACA, the request for a hearing on a decision of naturalization proceedings, which is an N336, the N400, which is a naturalization, you can also file it online, and the replacement of the naturalization document and the certificate of naturalization. Those are the ones that you can file online. So I know that I personally don't like using numbers. I just go with whatever the name of the application because it's easier. That's how my brain works. So if you were paying attention, I did not mention the adjustment of status or the removal of conditions after you get your first green card, if you want to call it that way. Those are very popular. However, we are not able to file those online yet. And let me see, what else do I have here? Let's talk a little bit about the asylum application. That is something we all know that there are two types of asylum. One is defensive, meaning that you're on removal proceedings, so you need to defend yourself. And then we have the affirmative, which is the one that you file because you got here and you want to file by asylum. You're not pressured by any removal proceedings. So those can also be filed online, the asylum with all the attachments. And the asylum is one of those applications that don't have a fee, a filing fee. Asylum is one of those that is considered exempted, so you don't have to pay for the asylum. The adjustment of status, you will pay depending on your conditions, your special circumstances, and there's also a place on the website. It's a fee calculator, so you will input some information there, and then voila, it's right there. It will calculate for you, and then so no rocket science. Don't break your head with that. I think that I covered my topics, so I give it to you guys.
Thank you so much, Neribel. Really a lot of information, and this webinar will also be recorded, so you can see it many times as you need. Very useful information. And you can see that MPNA is a national organization when you have me wearing a sweater in Maryland and Neribel wearing short sleeves in Hawaii, right? So we are all jealous of you, Neribel, today. And today we will be also MPNA is an organization where many affiliates or partners do citizenship and DACA applications. So we asked Angie to join us to share information about those two particular issues. Angie Dupré joined the MPNA team in September 23 as their citizenship coordinator, leading the Naturalization Now Houston initiative. She's based out of Houston, Texas, and brings years of immigration and nonprofit experience with her. So, Angie, what can you tell us about the changes on citizenship and DACA?
Yes, thank you, Pablo, for the introduction. Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here today. So my topic that I want to focus on at this moment is with citizenship. So I know with citizenship, some of the prices vary. So currently, the price to file your citizenship application, also known as the N400, the price for that is $725. That's if you file it online or if you file it through paper. Now, starting April 1st, this is going to change. So what does that mean? It means that if you file it online, it will cost $710. So that's a little bit cheaper, right, than what it is right now. When you file it online, it'll cost you $710. However, if you file it through paper, then that's going to go up, which it's going to go up to $760 if you file it on paper, your citizenship application. And so one thing that is important to know is that with these changes, you also have the opportunity to file your application with a fee waiver. So there's certain applications that are eligible for fee waivers. This is one of them. So with the fee waivers, there's going to be some changes or some things that are going to be more clear in the instructions. So it's very important that when you apply for your naturalization, that you read the instructions very carefully for the fee waiver, right? So in order to be eligible for a fee waiver, there's 3 ways that you can apply. And so the first one is means tested benefits. And so these benefits could be federal, state, or local benefits based on your household income. And so the final rule will clarify that a child living in your house in the same household is a basis for the parent's fee waiver request. And so those mean tested benefits, again, could be, an example would be food stamps, Medicaid, and then also the next category is the income, household income below 150% of the federal poverty guidelines. And so here you'll see there's a chart. This chart, please study it and make it your best friend. This is how you can really know if you are eligible for the fee waiver based on how many people live in your house and the total income of everybody in the household. So not just yourself, but everyone who lives there. You have to do the math and calculate to see if you're eligible for a fee waiver based on your income being at or below the 150%. And then the third one is financial hardship. There is a little bit more clarity on that as well. In the past, there wasn't, so now there will be. So one of these examples, again, for financial hardship, let's say that there's an unexpected medical emergency for the applicant or their dependents, loss of a job, a natural disaster, divorce or death of spouse, bills exceed, or your bills exceed your monthly wages. So those are some examples that the financial hardship on the fee waiver instructions is going to have more clarity on. And so you could go on to the next slide, this one. So this chart is for the reduced fee waiver, also known as the I-942. So this is another benefit that's going to be expanded starting April 1st. This waiver for reduced fee only applies to the N400. So that N400 meaning the citizenship application. So with this one, if your income is between 150% and 400 of the federal poverty guideline, you can be eligible for a reduced fee. So the reduced fee, if approved, means that you will pay $380 versus the $760. So that's a 50% discount if you are eligible for this. It is a very good benefit, and this is new. This is kind of like a good news from this fee schedule, is that it got expanded to 400%. So there's a little bit more wiggle room for those family members who make above the 150%, right? So this is another really helpful chart for everyone to look through when you are ready to file your citizenship application. And just so you know, you could also find these charts on the USCIS website. Specifically, if you go to the search bar, search Federal Poverty Guidelines, and you'll find the charts on the website. So again, use the USCIS website, uscis.gov, and the search bar, you can search Federal Poverty Guidelines, fee calculator. Those things are going to be very useful for you to know how much you have to pay, or if you're eligible for fee waivers or a reduced fee waiver. And so those are the three things that I wanted to mention with citizenship, with these changes coming April 1st. And then one common question also is, should I wait till April 1st to file my N400, my citizenship, or should I do it, before? And so it really depends. If you look through the federal poverty guidelines and you see that you might be eligible for a reduced fee, then I would say, you can wait. But if you don't, then I do recommend that you file before April 1st. If filing on paper is what works best for you, then definitely file before April 1st if you are eligible already. But if you have someone that can help you, or you can file it on your own when you create a USCIS online account, then again, you could do it until April 1st because the fee is going to be lower. So there isn't a very clear answer. It really depends on the type of case that you have. If you have more questions, always recommended to speak to a legal service provider, a nonprofit in your area. And so the next topic of conversation that I will be touching on is for DACA, so Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. For DACA, those fees are are going to change as well. The form I-821D, which is the DACA renewal form, that is going to remain the same. So that form costs $85. What is going to change is the application for employment authorization, also known as the I-765. So the new fee for the form I-765 employment authorization is going to be $520 for paper filing and $470 for online filing. So we're seeing a trend here, right, for online versus paper. And so also, there is no fee waiver for DACA renewal applications, so you will have to, pay for it. So really look into what is going to be more beneficial to you after April 1st. So again, the old fee for the DACA renewal and your employment authorization renewal right now before April 1st is $495. The new fee is going to be $605 total if you file it by paper, or if you file it online, it's going to be $555 total. Okay, so again, if your DACA expires within 4 to 5 months, it is recommended to renew it before April 1st, as these fees are going to go up for DACA renewals. And so those are the top lines for both of these topics, which is DACA and citizenship. So I will pass it over to Pablo to go on to the next segment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Angie. We are now starting to answer the questions from our viewers. One question was, why USCIS is increasing this fee, and when was the last time that USCIS changed the fees? So Neribel, can you please give us some information on that?
I am very pleased on doing that. However, I have nothing to do with the government. Just saying. On the USCIS website, and also, the information that was released when they were considering reviewing these fees, it was said that it is to adjust certain immigration and naturalization benefit requests fees for the first time since 2016. So it's been a couple of years. And with the final rule, the USCIS can cover, that's what, it is said on there, will be able to cover operating costs more fully and support timely processing of new applications.
Thank you so much. I hope we answered the question. And Angie, if I want to naturalize, if I am an eligible LPR, I want to naturalize, should I apply now or should I apply on April 1st? What is the most convenient advice for me?
Yes, so again, it really depends. If you are eligible for a reduced fee waiver based on the new extension of the reduced fee, so basically that it goes up to 400% of poverty guidelines, then I would say you can wait until April 1st so that you have the opportunity to apply to only pay the reduced fee, which is the $380, right? But if you realize or notice that you are not eligible for the fee waiver or reduced fee, then I do recommend that you file before April 1st if you're filing on paper. Again, after April 1st, filing online is $710 versus the $725. So really look at all of these options and think about what is the best way that you want to move forward when applying for citizenship.
Yes, and the current turnaround of the application is between 4 and 6 months, right? So if you apply now, you are probably on time to vote in November. if you delay your application until April, you may be in the edge of not becoming eligible. So that is a decision that every LPR should be making, who may be eligible to pay a reduced fee in April. What is the most convenient thing for them, right? So that is an individual decision for everybody to make. Neribel, you touched this, but I want to ask you again, because now there is a discount for doing online applications of $50 in almost every application. So how do I start an online application for citizenship or for any other adjustment status?
So if you don't have, so in order for you to be able to file online, you yourself need to have an online account with the USCIS, or your provider or the whomever, the organization, the nonprofit that is helping you, or the attorney that is helping you to do that, they will have an USCIS account. And so you can do it yourself or through a representative. If you're doing it yourself, you need to create the USCIS account. But prior to that, you need, because it's a requisite, you need to have an email account. So the process, it is very similar to creating any account for anything that you're purchasing in any website. So you need to have your email set up, and then you'll go into the USCIS website, create an account. And again, your email, personal email, is very important, because you will receive confirmation emails from USCIS that you need to click, so that way you can move forward on the process of creating your USCIS account. And the instructions, however, are going to be in English also. So you need to have somebody that may help you if you're not proficient in English. And the most difficult part, it is basically creating the security questions, just in case you lose your password and you need to reset it. So after you set up your USCIS online account, immediately after you finish that process, you can file your application. That is it. I'm hoping that answered the question.
Thank you so much. Yes, it answered that. And Angie, does MPNA know of any organization that provide financial assistance for DACA renewals?
So I am not 100% sure if who from our network offers financial assistance for DACA renewals. So what I do recommend is, we're going to put in the chat a link that will show you all of our legal service providers that are within our MPNA network, so that you can go in there and look to see which organization is in your area where you live, so that you can contact them for assistance, and maybe they can also guide you to find some sort of financial assistance for your DACA renewal.
Thank you so much. Another viewer asked us, what is the difference between a naturalized citizen and American citizen by birth, I guess? And Neribel, could you like to answer that question?
I would love to, but I think that maybe Angie, because she was the one, talking about the naturalization, I think that she is an expert on that. I'm pretty sure.
Thank you, Neribel. Yes, so I'm happy to answer that question. So the difference between a naturalized citizen and American citizen. So if I understand this question correctly, this is how I will answer it. So a naturalized citizen is someone who was born outside of the United States, who gains a legal permanent residency in the United States. There's different ways that people can get legal permanent residency. So I won't get into that, but let's say you are a legal permanent resident, you want to become a United States citizen, also known as a naturalized citizen, right? So that's so then you apply for your N-400, your citizenship application. It's called many different ways, right? So you apply and you study, you go to your interview, the officer approves your application. Then after that, you go to your oath ceremony, and boom, you're a naturalized citizen. And so an American citizen is usually, that term is used for someone who was born in the United States. And so they're American citizens, right? However, this term is also used for folks who become naturalized citizens. When asked, what is your citizenship or your country of citizenship, you can say, I am an American citizen, because you went through the citizenship process. So I hope that answers your question. But yeah, it's almost the same, but yeah.
Thank you so much. And I also would like to add that there is a ruling by the Supreme Court of the United States some decades ago saying that naturalized citizens are not second-class citizens. We have equal rights. We both can vote. We both can run for office. We both can do jury duty and everything, the same rights and obligations apply for both naturalized citizens and American-born citizens. Hopefully, we could address the question from the viewer. Is there any other thing that we should consider? For example, when you file online, I also need to, in addition to create the online account with USCIS, I also need to have an email address, right?
Yes, you have to. And I'm going to add something else. Let me not get technical here, and let me just be on the shoes of an user. And I am a user, so it is so interesting, that process. So not only you need to create your personal email address, but also you need to create a USCIS account. However, you will be able to go through all the fields and all the sections of the application online. However, I need to pinpoint the fact that in order for you to upload documents, you need to have good pictures or scanned versions of those documents. Sorry that I forgot to mention that. That is also important, and I know that is a hurdle, or that is a challenge that many of us have, because not everybody has a scanner in the house, or the one that I have is kind of slow. So maybe it's a good option for you to go somewhere, scan all your documents, and when you have all that in a Jump Drive or Google Drive or whatever device or application you want to use, then you can upload the documents. Uploading the documents, it's easy. It's just clicking on buttons. However, I forgot to mention that, and that is very important, because you can always amend your application. You can always supplement. You can always add documents. However, it is better if you do it all at once, because it is a complete packet. Just like paper filing, you want to have your nice looking, beautiful, organized tab packet, and that's the way it should be.
Thank you so much. Angie, another question is from the viewers. How can I find help to submit my applications? Where to find the help that MPNA affiliates can offer?
Yes. So to find help, I would go to the link that was posted in the chat, partnershipfornewamericans.org /legal services. I would go to that link to find legal help.
Thank you so much. So we are approaching the end of this webinar. Incredible how fast the time flies. And I would like to ask you a final message for our viewers about these changes in the fee schedule, what it means for them, what they should be doing in the next steps. So I will start with Angie. What would be your final message for our viewers?
My final message for our viewers is to make sure that you go to the USCIS fee calculator. If for whatever reason you're not able to find this webinar, the recording, or you're wondering, oh, what was the website that they mentioned where we can find the fees, I will ask our moderator to put this website in the chat so that you can click on it and have it there with you. So this fee calculator is a very helpful tool for you to really know 100% how much does it cost to file whichever application that you're trying to file with USCIS. And just remember that when you pay for your application, if you do it on paper, that you send the exact fee that they're telling you that it costs. Please pay attention to your money order or your cashier's check. Make sure that it's not like a penny over, because USCIS will send it back. And then one other final thing I want you all to know, if you are wondering when can I or how soon can I file my citizenship application, I'm also going to add to the chat a early filing calculator that USCIS has on their website as well. So if you are a legal permanent resident and you want to know how soon can you apply for your naturalization or citizenship application, you can put the date there and it'll tell you how soon you can file it. So final thought is that do not be afraid of these fees going up. If you are eligible to become a naturalized citizen or U.S. citizen, please do it. And just keep in mind that the turnaround is very quickly. So make sure you study and make sure you find resources. And I wish everyone the best of luck with the new fee calculator or fee changes coming up.
Thank you, Angie. The same question for you, Neribel. What would be your final message for the viewers?
My final, but always my first message to everybody, regardless of the changes in fees, is please educate yourself. Please seek for help. Please seek for consultation so that way you are aware of what your options are for you to make an informed decision. This is why organizations like us were created. Our founders, they really were worried, or they wanted to take care of people who were not able to pay, and it is for those to know what to do. And then after you do that, then you can definitely make an informed decision on which way you want to go. It is important because filing applications depends on your specific conditions and your life conditions. And then after you make your decision, go for it. Apply, become a U.S. citizen, change your status. Please take care of your immigration status, because that and try to put yourself in the pathway to citizenship, definitely.
Thank you so much. We are approaching the end of this webinar. I want to remind all of us that the new fee schedule includes a victory of all of us, right? So the previous administration tried to change the fees also, and they were very close, but we were able to stop those because there were anti-immigrant fees, right? So naturalization would have double the price, etc. So all our pressure or our collective work help USCIS to do a better analysis and to account for all the efficiency gains that they have made in the last months and years. And we have, for example, in naturalization, a wonderful opportunity. We have 9 million LPRs who are eligible to apply, and for most of them, affordability is one of the key barriers. But now, people under the 400% poverty line with income under that threshold will be able to naturalize for only $380. So I think it's a great opportunity. It's a victory of MPNA, all the affiliates of MPNA. So thank you so much for joining every day, the work of MPNA, and call any. We have more than 50 organizations around the country doing this collective work. So if you have any question, check our website and visit us and call us, because we most probably have a solution for your situation. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.